And we have an alert tonight about another scam circulating in Colorado.
Someone calls claiming they've kidnapped one of your family members and they demand ransom. Denver 7's Jackie Crea spoke with one man who almost fell for it.
When I heard her screaming, "Help me, Dad," your fatherly instincts kick in, and it was the most horrifying thing I've ever experienced.
It was the most terrifying phone call of Steve Lawrence's life. A woman he was sure was his daughter pleading with him to give the man on the line what he asked for: money, a ransom.
I was weak. He had me. The hook, line, and sinker. There was nothing I could do.
The scammer spelled it out clearly for Steve. He would remain on the phone while instructing Steve to get away from everyone, withdraw as much money as possible, and then make his way to a Western Union to wire it over.
He again got very nasty and started screaming and cussing and told me that he made the rules and that if I ever wanted to see my daughter, I would follow them.
Steve had withdrawn money from an ATM and drove to a Western Union, wrote a note to the clerk to call police while playing along on the phone the entire time.
That's all he wanted. He said once I gave him that Western Union number, he would release my daughter. So I was begging him, can we just please do the transaction?
When police arrived, they communicated through notes and called Tabitha at work and then handed Steve the phone.
Got on the phone, I said, "Tabitha," and she says, "Yes, Dad, are you okay?"
Tabitha, fortunately, was perfectly fine. It was all a scam.
I had never been so relieved in my life. I wanted to cuss the man. I did. But I also wanted them to hear. I wanted them to find this man. Again, at this time, I hadn't looked at my phone. I didn't have a clue where this call was coming from.
Steve was one of 3 victims recently in Colorado. He hopes no one falls for it after hearing his story.
It was very horrifying, and I don't think anyone should have to go through that.
Now, police were able to get involved before any money was lost. These calls came from Mexico, and because of that, police were not able to trace it. Now, a few signs we want to tell you about to look for. Suspects usually stress a sense of urgency to cause victims to panic. They also may try to keep the victim on the phone until the money transfer or that payment is made. I'm live in the newsroom. Jackie Crea, Denver 7.
That is so scary.